everybody. Oh dear. Watford 3, Liverpool 0. Do not adjust your video. Do not adjust YouTube. Do not adjust anything. Yes, Watford have just beaten Liverpool by 3-0. The unbeaten run is over. But as I said at the start of the season, the main objective is the league. The main objective has been the league. Anything else is a bonus. And unfortunately, that's not going to happen now. But what a run these players have been on, and it's been absolutely fantastic. I'm joined by Jack Macindoe, Jack Mack LFC. How are you doing?
Not too bad, mate. I know, Twitter and everything's probably going to blow up anyway, but we were speaking off air then when we mate. You've got to fully credit Watford. You can't really to beat this Liverpool side 3-0. Absolutely fantastic. Hopefully Mane speaks to him. Maybe a potential signing in the summer, but I tell you, fair play, absolutely fair play to Watford. Liverpool not on the game again, really. No. I think West Ham played very well when it comes to Anfield, and Watford absolutely probably watched that game against West Ham and really sat behind the ball, hit it on the counter, and absolutely. But nice one for having me on, mate.
No problem. And I'm also joined by Mickey Friars as well. Mickey, thanks for coming on as well, mate.
Oh man, I don't know if I can recover from watching that again. Cardiac arrest twice, but never mind.
Fair play to Watford. Absolutely superb today. Absolutely superb. Ismail Assar, I said in the podcast, I definitely said in the podcast and my preview that he'd be one of the players that could be a main talking point, and my goodness, he was probably their man of the match today. How good was he today?
Absolutely phenomenal, wasn't he? Really, the back line, I think, we'll talk about you-know-who in a bit, really, but I think he really isolated him, got in behind him, really, and Troy Deeney, he was up for the physical presence, and really, obviously, Delafeu went off injured. Hopefully, it's not too bad of an injury, really. Did kind of look a bad one, but hopefully he recovers quite quick. But fair play, the dynamic of the Watford's attack is really fed off Liverpool's defensive nervousness. I think that was throughout the game. The first goal, it was it was something that you'd see down the Sunday League anyway. Simple throw-in, and the defenders really got caught in two minds.
Yeah, it was dreadful defending, absolutely dreadful defending. But Mickey, I mean, obviously there is one man that is going to be obviously made a scapegoat. But what did you make of Liverpool overall today?
Lethargic, poor, passing out of sorts, second to every 50-50.
Yeah.
But Watford's game plan came off. They played well. They were on song. We were off. We weren't slightly off. We were off. You might say scapegoating, but it's clearly obvious that Lovren had a terrible game. Yeah, he was lucky not to give away a penalty. Going on your man Sarr, he was unlucky not to get a hat-trick.
He was, yeah.
It could have been even worse. The front three were non-existent.
Yeah.
And I mean non-existent, all three of them. The only one that I ever mentioned I had meant it was Firmino. The other two, where were they? It's like they went on the pitch.
Man, he was really quiet. Yeah.
The only two things I'm going to take from this game that are positive is Lallana came on and was by clearly Liverpool's best player. Unlucky to hit the post. Sort of held midfield on a bit, was a bit of a difference. I said in the podcast, I think he should have started in Hendo's absence. And the other one is we're still 22 points clear, and we still will be 22 points clear at the end of the weekend. So you've got to take it on that. No meltdowns. It was going to come one day. It was today. That's it.
Yeah. And the thing we can say is that Norwich have beaten Leicester, right? Watford have beaten Liverpool. Bournemouth have drawn with Chelsea. It's going to be that kind of weekend, but I never saw 3-0 coming. But hats off to Watford. Hats off to Nigel Pearson. He's really done well since he came in as well. But yeah, that was just a they just caught us on an off day. Actually, the disappointing thing, Jack, and I think we were saying this off air, we can't remember Foster making a save.
No, I think we'll read out the stats here, mate. I think Liverpool registered 7 goal attempts, and Liverpool only registered 1 shot on target in the whole of the 90-odd minutes anyway. Possession-wise, Liverpool dominated the possession, and shots on target for Watford. Well, shots in total for it was 14, and Watford had 5 shots on target anyway, really. And obviously, Mickey said then Sarr had an opportunity really to bag his hat-trick just before he come off. I think all of us could have put that in the back of the net anyway, but it was a cracking opportunity for him, mate. But as we said, fair play to. But the way in which I think this could potentially keep Watford in the Premier League. I think it depends on the reaction. Nigel Pearson, we've seen the impact. I think he won like the first four out of the 5 games when he come in anyway. You've lost a couple of bit of momentum really over the last couple of weeks, but I think this will inspire them really. And I think this could be the catalyst really for them to stay up and really off the back of that performance, I really do hope they stay up because they fully deserve it to really put an end to Liverpool's fantastic run. The only people that will be sort of celebrating tonight will be the Arsenal fans because that's the only thing that they had to hold on to this season out the Europa League. The probably miles off top forward and really their invincible title. Yeah, it's still there, but really we've won a lot more league titles than Arsenal. And we're going for number 19, and I'm pretty sure by the end of this season, we'll have number 19. And but as me and Mickey and you were saying before, it really puts the importance on the game against Chelsea now, how we react really, and at the end of the day, we still could have a treble come the end of the season. Obviously with the FA Cup, Champions League, but that was a big, massive kick up the backside today, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Let's get into player ratings. Alisson, what do we give him then? I'll come to you, Mickey, first. What do you give Alisson today?
To be honest, I can't fault him for any of the goals. The goals were good.
Yeah.
I think Deeney's goal probably would be goal of the month. It was a great goal.
Yeah.
Alisson, his distribution was good still. So 6 out of 10 because he's been decent, but he let 3 goals in. So that's what 6 out of 10 for me.
6 out of 10 for you. Jack, what about you?
Yeah, similar, mate. I think obviously he's only done what he can do, really, and obviously we'll talk about the people in front of him anyway in a minute.
Yeah. So 6. Yeah, 6. And actually, he made a big save in the first half as well from Deeney as well. So, he's still a top goalkeeper. He's obviously conceded 3 goals. None of the goals are his fault. It's just poor defending. Let's go on to Trent, who didn't have the best of games, it has to be said. Mickey, what would you give Trent today?
5.
Yeah.
His passing was off. His position play was off. He didn't go forward as much. He also didn't track back as much. Yeah. He was at fault for Deeney's goal.
Yeah.
So, 5 for me.
5, Jack?
Probably, 5. It was a very mid-ish game, really. I think, as Mickey said, the nervousness in the third goal in which we gave away was his fault, but I think by that time the game had already been lost.
Yeah, I totally agree. 5 all around. Oh dear. Okay, here we go. Dejan Lovren, Mickey.
0. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Mate, we're lucky that VAR didn't point out 2 penalties from him, especially the one where he's got 2. He's bear hugging and dragging down Deeney. It's unbelievable.
Yes, yeah.
He caused the nervousness in the rest of the defence. His pass, every time he passed it, seemed to go to a Watford player. I'm just sorry, but 0.
Yeah. Jack?
If it's minus on the table. 0.
I thought about that.
Yeah, 0 really. I don't think you'll see Lovren playing a Liverpool shirt ever again because I think with us the fans weren't happy with that performance, and I think Virgil van Dijk he won't be happy with that performance. The Liverpool squad won't be happy with that performance.
Yeah.
And it was his chance really. Obviously we've seen him come in a couple of times this season. But I think it will be the last time we see him playing in a red shirt, and hopefully, because it was Sunday League. There's simple things I'd understand, but he's just got brought in, but you should be ready to come into this Liverpool team. He's been training all week, really. Even if Gomez, he got called up just before the game anyway, team sheet and that. But it was simple football, absolutely simple schoolboy defending. And that's all you'd ask is the basics for any player, regardless of how good or bad we played. But some of the defence, it was like having Kyriakos back at the back again all those years ago.
I can remember Soto's Kyriakos as well. Okay, you've gone 0. I'll be positive. Give him a 1. All right. That's probably the best one. Captain of the day, Virgil van Dijk. Mickey, what would you give Van Dijk?
So Van Dijk did the work of 2 defenders. He nearly got to Deeney's goal, so he did a few crucial blocks, which would have made it even worse. I'm giving Virgil 6 out of 10.
Yeah, give him a 6 as well.
6 for you, yeah. He was the best at the back, the 2 centre backs for sure. But yeah, he headed everything away as well. He was very, very good. He's another one that can hold his head high today, for sure. Because obviously he was very, very good. And yeah, the better said about Lovren, the better. Andy Robertson, Jack, what would you give him today?
Similar to Trent, mate. I think both lads, as I said, midweek, he looked tired against West Ham. And I think obviously coming in the FA Cup, could potentially see Larouci and obviously Hoover play right back midweek. Depends on how we play or if Klopp decides to go full strength, mate. But I think tonight it was the whole team looked absolutely disjointed, really, from goalkeeper to up front anyway, really. But it looked very disjointed. Robbo and Trent. It was difficult to break Watford down because, as we said before we went on, they had like 6 defenders in the box, and come like the last 10 minutes, they literally had by no means no discredit to them. Watford had every single. It was like they had the whole stand in the box. It was that hard to get past them. But Robbo, I'd give him a 5. Similar to Trent, mate.
Mickey?
Yeah, same as Trent. Bit disjointed. Passes went awry. Not his usual tracking. Exactly the same. Not tracking back. Not getting forward enough. Just didn't know which part of his game he was doing today. Because they're either too far forward attacking all the time, or the back. Did neither. Same again, 5.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. 5. I think both fullbacks were not good today, but Robertson did have a chance. That was the only save actually that Foster made. Was that one? Was the Robertson one? Now going into the midfield 3, Fabinho, who I didn't think was that bad. I have to say, I think Fabinho was pretty good. So I'm giving Fabinho a 6. What about you, Jack?
4. I don't know. I'd give him a 4 because considering him being a central defensive midfielder, knowing Lovren was having such a shocker, I thought he would have at least come back a little bit. He was trying to get on the ball and really dictate play, really. But I think tonight in midfield, as we said, like it was against West Ham, very, very flat. It was every single one of them in field. They weren't getting into the positions to ask for the ball. I think the midfield, all of them went missing tonight. Every single one of them, apart from obviously when Lallana come on.
I actually agree with you. I think there were a couple of times he went forward too quickly and he left space. So yeah, maybe I was a wee bit too premature on the 6. I'll knock that down to a 5 then to sort of even it out. Mickey, what about you for Fabinho?
For me, whenever he passed the ball forward, it was intercepted. So he spent the rest of the game passing it back to the goalkeeper when he didn't need to. So I'm going to give him a 4.
A 4, right? That's absolutely fine. Gini Wijnaldum, obviously he was subbed for Adam Lallana. What did you make of Gini today, Jack?
It was very difficult for him. I think Gini I absolutely love Ginny. He, as I said, the midfield, all of them had an off day, but I felt Ginny's that type of player. He got caught up in the middle, really, of trying to do both jobs. He knew himself defensively, the team needed him, but going forward, he knew himself there was nothing really in the midfield. He was trying to do everything, but he couldn't do it. And I think he just got caught up in two minds. But I give him a 6, really. I felt he played well. I just think he just got caught in between when to go and when not to go.
Yeah, I agree with a 6. Mickey, what about you for Genie?
To be honest, I don't remember his name being mentioned. I think he was quite poor with his distribution. Although he did get a nasty tackle on his ankle from Hughes. I'm surprised that when he yellow card. I think he misses Henderson because Henderson does a lot of work. So all the Hendersonators out there, look at this game, look at the last game, and look at what we've been missing. Yeah, Henderson does more work than you know, and this proves it because Genie had to double up today, and Genie's better when he's alongside Henderson. Yes. So I don't blame him, so I'll give him a 6.
Okay. Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jack. Obviously, he was subbed again. He's still not played 90 minutes this season, which is a bit of a worry. What did you make of Ox today?
I think himself, he won't be happy with that performance. As I said, I think he had a little run in the first half, just for a brief moment. But as I said, with Genie, the midfield, considering how congested Watford's team was, the Liverpool's play should have been in and around the box, really, having a lot more shots from outside the box. We know Ox has got that quality to shoot from outside the area. I think he'll be very disappointed with himself. I don't think he'll need the fans really to tell him, but I think I'd give him a 5 because it was a very hit and miss performance by him. But I think we'll see him come good in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I think he just needs that run of games really to really kick on.
I agree. A 5 definitely. Also, a wee nice touch as well. When obviously Delafeu was going off, he actually went to him and said, or something like "get well soon" or something, because that looked a real serious injury actually for Delafeu. So we obviously wish him well. And yeah, we obviously know about Ox's injuries as well. So that was a really nice touch. Mickey, what about you, Ox? What would you give him?
I don't know. He showed a bit of drive, so I'm going to give Ox 6.
6. Okay.
6. Run around like a headless chicken, to be honest.
Yeah.
Again, another player I'm going to pick out that didn't win 50-50s when he should have done. But I don't blame him really. I think he was a bit lost in that midfield was a bit unbalanced. I think he was a bit lost in that, a bit like Genie. He was probably doubling up, doing two lots of work. It's a very, very strange midfield. I think he's another one that needs Henderson alongside him. Yeah. It's pretty tough on him. Like you said, he's not played 90 minutes since his injury. That's pretty sad, really, because I think he's a great player. I mean, when we were going to the first final against Madrid, he was like our top player. He was like scoring important goals, playing well. He's not reached that heights again. Might not see that Ox until next season because them knee injuries take a long time to get back to top form. So I'm not going to be too hard on the Ox. I think his future the rest of the season may be coming off the bench.
Yeah,
not playing from the start.
I think so as well. Now we obviously go from 3, probably the quietest day this guy's had. Sadio Mane, Jack. What would you make of his performance?
Yeah, it was very reflected the whole Liverpool performance. Really, it's very rare. He's been our best man in this Liverpool team for goals, and really, in terms of when you've needed a goal over the last couple of months, he's popped up and really. But I think he found it very difficult, especially the link-up play between him and Robbo wasn't there. Every time he continued to lose the ball, lose possession, really, I think. But it was very weird to see Mane have that type of game, mate. But I'd give him a 5, a very mixed game. I think he'll be gutted himself. But
I think he will be.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he goes out and bangs an hat against Chelsea, and then you know himself, he'll come back with the fighting spirit we know he can.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, five from me as well. Mickey, Manny, what about you?
A 3 for the front three. That's my theme on this.
A 3 for the front three.
That's non-existent. Didn't hear his name apart from the last 10 minutes. I didn't even know he was on the pitch half the time. Every time he had the ball, he gave it away. And I mean, I don't remember him completing a pass to a Liverpool player. Looked miles off the pace. I'm going to go through now. The last 3 or 4 years, we've been lucky with the front three.
Yeah.
2 of them have been out of form and 1's been in form. I think this is the first time we've had a consecutive games where the front three, all 3 of them are out of form, and it's starting to show. And I did say this in the podcast the other day, if you remember, it needs one of them taken out and somebody coming in to try and mix it up for the next few games. And hopefully now that may happen again in the Cup.
Yeah. I don't think all 3 will start on Tuesday. I think definitely be changes for that one. So probably Firmino, Jack. What do you make of him today?
As Mickey just said, then they all had an off day. I think it would, even Lionel Messi would have struggled tonight.
Yeah.
In the Premier League, because with his brilliance, Firmino, we know how good he is, but it was so congested. It wasn't a night for the forward players. It had to come from either a Liverpool set piece or at least someone from midfield to really have a shot from goal, because you would have been looking at one of the goals of the season if Firmino dribbled past about 10 of them in the box and put the ball in the back of the net. Yeah. But it was, as Mickey said, I think it was a very quiet game from him. I give him a 5. I give them all 5.
Yeah, 5. Yeah. Mickey, 3 for you.
Yeah, 3 for the front three. That's
3 for the front 3.
So, yet again, non-existent. Didn't really hear him. Nearly knocked himself out with the ball. Kicked it in his own face.
He slipped as well, didn't he?
I think all of them at the front slipped quite a few times.
Yeah.
The rung studs, mate. The rung studs.
Salah.
I'd give him a 5, mate. I think out of all of them, he was probably the worst for me. Because watching him against West Ham, the amount of times Watford tonight continuously got the ball off our forward 3, but Salah, if you're not going to do something right going forward, at least do something defensively. You can never really, he tracked back a bit, but when we were getting overrun, especially considering how much Salah was getting in and down the back line, you need to at least double up, at least help out Trent on the other side anyway. So in terms of the forward players going forward, I don't think they've done enough defensively as well in terms of their game. But I give him Salah. I give Salah a 4.
4, I agree, and obviously Mickey will give him a 3. So let's go into the substitutes. Lallana came on, and you actually said, Mickey, off air that he was your man of the match.
Yeah, I'll give him an 8. I think when he come on, he held the ball. 90% of his passes made it to a Liverpool player. He was unlucky with that beautiful shot that hit the post, and I mean, that's unlucky. Yeah. He's the only one that showed any drive, any passion. He actually won his 50-50s, because I made sure that I looked at that and thought, well, let's see what difference he made. He should have started the game. I think he should start the next few games. If Henderson's not back, I'd make him captain as well. He's not featured much this year, and he's played well enough when he's come on. He was our best man against Man United when we struggled.
Yeah.
Let's give him a chance now. Listen, you can't put him in for one game and that 5 expecting to perform. He needs 4 or 5 games in a row now.
Yeah. Jack, would you agree with that?
Yeah, Mickey's hit the nail on the head, mate. I think he's got an absolute point to prove. He knows himself. I don't think he'll get a contract extension, but he gives us all for the football club. Injuries have hampered his career, but tonight he was absolutely superb. He had Liverpool's best chance tonight. And as we were told, as I said before, the midfield players having a couple of shots, that's what they needed from outside the box. But Lallana coming on, I felt he was absolutely superb. And he's playing like he wants a contract extension. Don't think he will get one, but you never know. If he puts in a couple more shifts and helps us win a couple more games. You never know. Klopp might turn around and change his decision because I don't see him getting a contract extension, but you never know. Hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely. Divock Origi. Yeah, a difficult one. Jack, I'll come to you first. Divock Origi.
Yeah, I wish he started, mate. I know he didn't do much when he come on, but as I said in the pre-match show, I expected at least someone to come in, either it was Mini or Divock, really, to come in and just freshen up the forward line.
Yeah.
You're seeing Origi was literally on the touchline when he come on, because the Watford's defence, they were literally 2 banks of 5 and just completely shut up shop and win. But Divock, I think we tried to get the ball in the box over the top, really, but not in everything that we threw at Watford tonight. Nothing happened, but I was half expecting Origi to start, and I think he will start against Chelsea, and even a game against Bournemouth at home anyway, miss. I think he will come in.
Agree. Yeah. Mickey, what about you? What did you think of Origi when he came on?
I think there's a lot of pressure on Origi when he comes on. We expect him to score every time. We've got to understand is the drop down in class from the front three to him is massive. Yeah. There's a reason why he's always on the bench. There's a reason why he's not first choice.
Yeah.
He was unlucky really because he come into a game that Liverpool were having a bit of a shambles, all behind him. He ain't the kind of player that can make a difference to that. He's a kind of player that can make a difference when Liverpool are on top but not scoring. But he's not the kind of player to change it. So he's unlucky. I'll give him a 5, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because, like I said,
I agree. Yeah. And then obviously the final substitution was Takumi Minamino. Didn't really have much time to make an impact, but his time will come. And can we see him starting against Chelsea, Jack?
Yeah, 100%, mate. I think you'll see Origi, Lallana, Mini playing as well. I think we'll see the best of him next season. I think this season, Liverpool, they're going for a title, really, this season. And obviously the back end of the Champions League, this way the games come thick and fast. But you never know. There will come a time, and hopefully he's picked up form, really. He hasn't had the amount of game time, but I'm pretty sure future will look amazing in the coming years anyway for him.
Yeah, definitely. Mickey, what about you for Minamino?
I don't think the front three is where he should be playing, to be honest. It's really strange how he comes on for them and he plays that false 9. Yeah. He did well. I'm going to give him a 6 because he didn't lose possession. He looked dangerous. I think he's a midfield. I think he's one of the midfield three. He could be the man that unlocks defences for us in the future. I agree with Jack. I don't think his time is now. I think he's been brought for next season. They brought him early to get him used to the Premier League because they know the Austrian League, there's a massive step up. So let's wait and see on him. Don't be too harsh on him this season. Let's judge him next season.
I totally agree. Well, guys, that's our player ratings. Let me know yours in the comment section below. If you disagree or agree with any of us, and just let me know. And I'm sure the 3 of us will reply. But thanks for coming on, gentlemen. Jack, thank you.
Thanks for coming to let me on, mate.
No problem. No, well, Mickey, thank you as always.
I wish it was better circumstances, but never mind.
Yeah. I know. Everyone chin up. Have a good weekend. And I tell you what, we'll be having a party if the Villa beat City tomorrow. Oh, that'll be absolutely beautiful.
The way the weekend's got on.
Yeah.
I know.
That might brighten up our weekend if that happens tomorrow.
That might brighten up our weekend. Yeah, I'll just finish by saying this. Look, this is our 3rd defeat this season.
In about 10 years.
In about 10 years. Yeah. Don't overreact. We had a bad game today, but dust off. Look ahead to Chelsea. Look ahead to Bournemouth. Look ahead to Atletico. Basically, the way is forward now. That is what's happened. But thank you very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I will leave Jack and Mickey's YouTube and Facebook and Twitter in the description below as well. But keep your heads up, Reds. Keep your heads up. Today has been a bad day, but it will only get better. And we're still only 4 wins away from a Premier League title. It is coming, I promise. Speak to you all later. You'll never walk alone.
Right.
This means more.